R. Kelly's brother, Carey Kelly, shared shocking and explicit details about the person he says sexually abused him and his famous brother when they were kids. Carey Kelly alleges that their sister, Theresa Kelly, raped and molested them during her teenage years. He says R. Kelly was first molested at 7 years old when Theresa was 13, and he was molested at 6 years old when she was 16. According to Carey, the abuse allegedly began when Theresa would babysit her younger brothers. "My mom had to work and go to school," Carey recalled. "My sister watched us, and my mother trusted her. I was afraid to tell my mother. I didn't know how everything would change. I knew that my sister was the only one to watch us." As a control tactic, Carey said his sister would not allow him or his brother Robert, R.Kellys' first name, to play outside. He said she also punished them and forced them to stay inside with her. While they were in the home alone, Carey says Theresa would take advantage of the two sexually. "She opened her robe and didn't have anything on under the robe," Carey said. "I was only 6, but I knew that it was wrong. She just took my head and put it down in her private part. She told me to lick her private part. Of course, I didn't know what I was doing at 6 years old. She was like, 'Stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out. Lick it hard, lick it fast.' And then she started giving me oral sex with her mouth. So she turned around and laid me down and she sat on me. And she took her hand and she grabbed my private part and she put it in." Carey said he would beg his mother to stay home so that he would not have to endure the abuse from his sister. However, his mother needed to work and go to school to provide for their family. Carey also said Theresa allowed eldest brother, Bruce, to play outside when he wanted. Carey and Robert, however, were forced to stay inside with her one at a time, strategically, so that she could sexually abuse them. While Carey wasn't present when Robert was abused, he believes Robert experienced the same molestation. The difference, however, is that he believes the future R&B star enjoyed it. "Robert, I believe, mentioned it to Bruce, our older brother, and I overheard it. He was bragging about, 'I'm not a virgin no more.' For him, it was like a rush. I think he enjoyed it, and I think that's another reason they got along after the fact." According to Carey, Theresa grew up to be a self-proclaimed woman of God, leading her to shun Carey and Bruce as sinners. She has attended several of R. Kelly's shows, however, with her pastor and congregation in tow. She ultimately moved to Aurora, Illinois, about an hour outside of Chicago. The abuse went on for 6 years. Carey said he never told their mother about the incidents before she passed away. Carey shared that he had not seen his sister Theresa since their mother's funeral in 1993. They spoke over the phone years later, and Carey said he told her that he forgave her for the abuse. Theresa Kelly denied that the incidents of abuse occurred.